It's really nice to see black men holding other black men accountable for their double standards towards women and their constant hypocrisy towards black women. Why do you think some black men are always quick to tear down black women? Why do you think some black men always choose women of other race over black women?
I want to ask Terrell Owens, Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and Shannon Sharp a few clarifying questions. So let me get this right. Black girls called you ugly? So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome? The black girls called you ugly. So you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome? If the black girls called you ugly, I'm damn sure the white girls didn't call you handsome. Because guess who taught the black girls that dark skin was ugly? The white girls taught them that. So if the black girls called you ugly, I can only imagine what the white girls called you. So stop making excuses for your bunny hopping and just admit you hate yourself, and that's why you're dating and marrying outside the race.
That was intense. That's Dr. Umar. If you don't know who he is, I will get back to that later. What does a bunny hopper mean to you? Do you believe in interracial relationships, interracial marriages? Are you for it or are you against it? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section.
Okay, a bunny hopper is not someone who dated a white woman, fell in love with a white woman, decided to start a family. Like, okay, that's not what a bunny hopper is. That's not how I look at it, at least. When I hear bunny hopper, I literally thought about the specific niche of black men that are in LA. You know why? Because it's literally men that go out of their way to not date black women. Like, you show me your ex-girlfriends and they're all white, Asian, white. Like, you've never dated a black man, a black woman, and you're a black man. That's what a bunny hopper is. You literally are hopping from race to race that's not black. To me, that's Janice's definition, okay?
Dr. Umar really asked this man, is he a bunny hopper? And he's gonna say, yeah. At that moment, y'all should have wrapped up the interview. It was over with. Once he said yes, he was a bunny hopper. The thing about Dr. Umar is that he's pro-black, so he's all for black men dating black women, and, you know, black women dating black men, and building generational black wealth. You know, so I understand where he's coming from. So when he's like having discussion about interracial couples, he feels as though it's a disrespect to our ancestors who went through slavery and who went through all that hardship just for you to marry a white man or a white woman. You can like who you like, but to sit here and say you're pro-black is a damn lie, in my opinion. Because you can't be pro-black and you're married or dating a non-black person. Sorry. So Dr. Umar is kind of right when he says that black people who date outside their race are sellout. Because they are. It's like, you can't find no black people that interest you or that likes you or that you find attractive. It's weird. Like, yes, love don't have no color, but it's like, are you trying to seek outside the black race because you're just not attracted to black people? You know? It's always that question in mind. If you choose to date outside your race, just make sure you're not bashing the people in your race group. Because at the end of the day, you still black. So don't forget where you came from. That's just my thoughts on everything. And let me know how you guys feel in the comments.
I don't have any issue with anyone that decides to fall in love with whoever they choose to fall in love with. I don't have issues with anyone that decides to date or marry anyone from any race. That is not my problem. This is where my problem lies. It lies with those men that have decided not to be with black women. They don't let it slide. They don't let us hear the last of it. They will go on podcasts and tear black women down. They usually say black women are masculine. All the time is always black men that are saying that. What is your problem? That is where the problem is coming from. Because dating people from other races didn't just start. They've been doing it in time past. But because of internet and podcasts, we just cannot hear the last of it. Every time black women are this, black women are that, black women are evil, black. What is your problem? Why can't you date the person you've decided to date in peace? Must you tear down women from your race? The other day I made a video and this Asian lady was saying that she has dated men from other race and also black men. But one thing she noticed is that black men are the only men that talks down on their women. She has dated men from other race and she has never heard them for once talk down on their women. But black men, all the black men she dated, they had one negative thing or more to say about the black women. They constantly tear down their women. So what is their problem? For me, it just seems like they are not happy dating who they are dating and they are wishing they could be with black women, but because black women are not ready to settle, because those kind of men are low value men, so black women are not ready to settle and take their BS, they decide to date other women that will take it, and they're still not happy with those women. Because if you're happy, you're supposed to focus and not think about what other women are doing.
Most black men marry down in class when they marry these white women.
Okay.
You can't find a rich white woman who ever married a broke-ass black man.
Boy.
Show me one rich white woman who has ever married a broke-ass black man. So this ain't about love. This is about agenda.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, the black man wants the white woman to provide him with a degree of psychological validation. Only a low self-esteem having ass marry a white female in the first place, because you feel that if I can get the white man's woman, then maybe that makes me feel a little bit more equal to the white man. And then thirdly, you're absolutely right. We're the gods. We are the first man. So naturally, white women are going to be attracted to us because we are the original man. Everyone is attracted to melanin. It is liquid gold. But you have to love your liquid gold enough to say that y'all have misogynized us enough. Y'all have blended us and crossbred us enough. And I'm not going to continue to perpetuate that evil. This melanin is going to go into another melanin. We trying to make black blacker, not black whiter.
Black men marry outside of their race more than every other group of men per capita.
And I'm not making this as an excuse or an example.
No, not at all. But I'm saying that cannot be attributed purely to coincidence. But I'm loyal to the black woman because she suffered the most at the hands of this society and this planet. And because I come from a black woman, I have a special obligation towards her. And when I look at when our successful black men tend to marry out or reproduce outside of the community, on some level, it can be insulting to our sisters.
Okay.
I consider it insulting to the community as a whole. As someone who works in the school, I've had to entertain conversations with black girls who are asking Dr. Umar, is there something wrong with me? Because it appears that when you all make it, y'all always abandon the community in pursuit of your spouse.
When a white woman is with a white man, she know who's boss. So if she wants to be a boss, she got to get the black man. He's the only man she can have where she know she can have her way with him. And if she don't get it with his consent, she'll get it through the legal system, i.e. Jonathan Majors. I can destroy your black ass whenever I feel like it. Yeah, you could be worth $1 billion, Bill Cosby. But what's going to happen when I tell the courts you sexually harassed me 40 years ago? See, the white woman loves the black man because she's always in the driver's seat of the relationship. She got the whole force of the white power structure behind her if he gets out of line.
Never considered that.
That is
wow.
And honestly, I think that's why internally I've always been shook. Like I haven't been able to truly date a white woman at all. Like
this is a very sensitive topic. If you ask me, I still think that anyone should go ahead and date or marry whoever they want to marry, regardless of the race. But don't come back tearing down women in your race. That's the problem I have with those black men. I don't like that. I put out those clips from Dr. Umar so you can know that he's been consistent with this whole narrative. He does not encourage black men being with women from other race. Let's watch more of his clips and I'll come back to talk more.
My only goal, I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan
There
Majors.
you go. Come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
It is more dangerous to hunt for a snow bunny than it is to hunt for a lion, a tiger, a bear. The most dangerous form of hunting for the black men in America is snow bunny hunting.
There are black men so addicted to white women at a rate more than any other man in this country.
Can't answer that for you.
I can tell you, low racial self-esteem.
And what I'm telling you is you are 1,000% wrong.
You're in denial, Ish.
I'm not. When you say that somebody is dating somebody because they have low self-esteem, you are basically saying that white people are better than we are. So when somebody says, yo, he only fucked them because he hates himself.
Absolutely.
That means that you think that that person thinks that white people are better than
You do.
I don't.
You wouldn't have been with him. There's more
You
black
are
women
wrong.
on the earth than any other population. You can get a black woman
What I'm
from
telling
Brazil.
you,
You
you
can
are
go
wrong.
to Jamaica. You can go to Canada. You can go to the indigenous Africans of Mexico. Black women, African women are the largest population. You can get a light skin
Can we just
sister.
speak
You
on the
can get a
majors?
pina colada sister. You can get you a off-white sister. We got black women of every complexion. So if you needed a pale queen, you could have got you a pale African queen.
But you I believe that in respect to Jonathan Major.
Black men date out their race more than all other men put together. You know why? Racial inferiority. We don't think we're as good as the white man, so we need the white woman in order for us to feel an artificial sense of equality. It is self-hatred to the 20th power. I'm not against white women, but I support black women. And in my support of black women, I cannot condone interracial dating. But let's look at the economics. Take the romance out. Take the emotion out. Let's look at the economics. Marriage is a business contract. Women on average live longer than men. So if I marry a white woman and I die prematurely, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I die prematurely, rest in peace, marvelous Marvin Hagler. That white woman is not going to take any of the wealth that I built as a black man and give it to the black community so we can help regenerate ourselves. She's going to keep that money for herself, and all that black money will go back into the hands of white society. Interracial marriage is economic betrayal.
I was very curious. I wanted to know where Dr. Umar was originally from, or is originally from. He's from Philadelphia. I also wanted to know where his parents were from, because I was thinking his parents were African immigrants, but I wasn't able to find information on that. The reason why I decided to do such research is because I think he was sounding more like an African, because a lot of African men think that way. I know he's a clinical psychologist and he has projects that has to do with Pan-African and all that. Probably that might be the reason why he's so passionate with this topic. He's very, very passionate with this whole topic. He's kind of against the whole interracial stuff. He wants everything to be within the blacks, within Africans, and that's it. That is his mindset based on the videos I saw, the little video clips and the podcast he's been on where topics like this were raised. There's really nothing wrong with his thoughts and his beliefs and all that. In Nigeria, a lot of men have similar thoughts. You might see a Nigerian man abroad and he's married to someone from another race. If you check closely, do a little more research, you might find out that the man has a Nigerian wife somewhere. Not all men, but a lot of Nigerian men prefer Nigerian women. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Most of them will say, oh, she understands me better. Oh, we have similar cultures and all that. For the black men, I don't know what the problem is with the black men in the black community. Like I said, I have no problem with anyone deciding to marry anybody from a different race. Stop tearing down your women. That's the problem. Do not tear down your women, because the more you talk down on your women, that is you giving other people the liberty to tear down your women. You are reducing your value in front of other people. You're making other people see your women to be less. That's basically what you're doing, and in turn you are just exuding low self-esteem. That is it. You're coming off as pick me, you're doing me a favor. Me being with you is a breath of fresh air. You're doing me a favor. Thankful you chose me. That is the vibe you are giving off. Let's hear from this Nigerian man what he thinks about the black men constantly saying negative things about black women.
I'm always happy when I see other black men hold black men accountable for their blatant double standards and hypocrisy when it comes to dealing with black women. I think a lot of men, a lot of people in general are just sick of these loud black men that come online to down black women when it doesn't happen, when it doesn't even call for it. You know, date who you want to date. Sure, I've dated women from different cultures, Latino women, white women, mixed women, black women. I've dated all. But you're never going to see me put one woman above the other. Trust me. Women are women, bro. Women are women. Forget. Women are women. And one more thing, black men are the loudest when it comes to how they talk down on their women. It's always black men. So I think a lot of black men are so sick and tired of this hypocrisy, and that's why we call you out. A black woman does something, oh my gosh, she's loud and aggressive. A white woman or a Latino woman or a non-black woman does the same thing, and it's presented as a black man in a positive light. Oh my gosh, she's just spicy, she's passionate. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. When a Latino woman loses her cool, it's seen as sexy, it's seen as feisty. When a black woman loses her cool, she's seen as angry and masculine and oh my god. From other black men. And it's almost like a lot of these black men, you're trying to tap dance to impress the non-black women to qualify for that. Don't you see how low that looks for you? Don't you see how freaking, insane that looks for you? It looks weird in my opinion. And I'm so happy when I see other black men spot and call out this blatant hypocrisy, because I'm sick of it. And I think I'm not the only guy that's sick of it. You guys are loud. You are the loudest group of men that talks down on their women. Black women are not feminine. Black women are masculine. Other groups of men, I'm sure they have the same talks, but they don't come online to make it so popular, to the point that it trends, to the point that it gets on BBC News. UK Beast. UK Beast is a term created by black boys and black men to down black women. And you've given an avenue for the discriminatory people, the racist people, to use that as a way to mock black men, your mothers, your sisters, your friends. And it got so viral, it got on BBC News, and Nella Rose was used as a symbol of the UK Beast. And now some of you came out, no, UK Beast was just meant for women in general. No, you meant that thing for black women. And because of how you guys were using it, and how the other discriminatory people were using it, it went viral. Show me another group of men that have done that to their women. Show me, I'll wait. None! Black men come online talking about, oh my goodness, black women are not feminine. Yet we are the least powerful in the world, but the most vocal. So I don't understand where this audacity is coming from. Your countries are fucking dysfunctional. We don't own properties. We don't own power as a collective. Yet we are the most vocal, expecting the world to give us shit. What have we done? Have we created the environment for the women to feel feminine? The black woman's experience is not the same as the other woman's experience. That is the truth. Look at the dating apps. Look at the things the black woman has to deal with. The literal features of a black woman has been demonized since the beginning of time. She has had to be on guard. The black woman has had to be on guard since, I don't even know for how long, but for a very long time. The features of a black woman has been criticized and demonized for as far back as I can remember. Is it the nose? Is it the lips? Is it the ass? Is it the waist? Is it the skin tone? Is it the hair? Every single thing. Yes. Of course you're gonna be on guard. Of course you're gonna be be on your masculine when you have to be on defensive all the time. Let's keep it a buck, guys. Show me other groups of women where they have to make a law for their hair. The same things the black woman's features has been criticized for is the same thing other groups of women are now copying now. Women are doing BBLs to get the same features of an African woman. The lips, the nose, the hair, the braids. Like, you understand? Okay, take it down to the family. A lot of black men out here, you don't have any dick discipline. You're creating chaos in your relationship, expecting the woman to be feminine. How many of you can control your dicks? How many of you can actually stick? I'm talking to the men that come online to talk about this. I'm not talking about black men in general. I'm speaking about the black men specifically that come online on Red Pill podcast talking about black women this, black women that. How many of you guys actually have a safe space for your woman? How many of you men actually have dick discipline where you don't have to sleep with everything that moves? How many of you actually own your companies? How many of you actually own your resources? How many of you actually have a financial plan? How many of you have a trust fund? How many of you have a space, emotional availability? How many of you have that? Yet you expect a woman to be at your beck and call anytime, coming online talking about, oh, they're not feminine. I am so happy that other black men are calling you out because it's getting tiring and I'm sick of it.
African men are tired of having black American men tear their women down constantly. Must you come online to wash your dirty linen in public? What makes you think that other women from other race don't have the same issues as black women? But you don't hear their men talk down on them publicly on social media. All that comes to my mind with such behavior from black men is low self-esteem and pick-me trait. Pick me, I'm here. Pick me. Oh, you're doing me a favor. Please, we need to protect our own. So please let me know what you think about interracial relationship. What do you think about Dr. Umar's own view on that? Like I said, he's very passionate about it. And what do you think about those low value men constantly tearing down black women? If you would love to see a video on black men attacking women, watch this video here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.